Well, it is the closest thing we have to civil war. Mate versus mate, state versus state, Aussie rules versus league. Now, the stoush has reached new heights as the AFL and NRL bosses trade blows over which code is really our most beloved Aussie sport.
It's the true blue battle that's raged for more than a century.
It's called the Australian Football League for a reason. NRL just doesn't come close.
NRL, 100%.
AFL, you just get more out of it.
NRL, bro. AFL's I reckon, bro. Straight out.
A nation of footy-loving fanatics divided by the impenetrable Barassi line.
You've got the state of origin and stuff like that. They don't have things for AFL like what we have.
Oh, I think AFL's got better-looking players.
Now the Code War has reignited thanks to one cheeky little slogan.
Australia's biggest sport unleashed in Vegas.
The NRL triggering an all-out brawl.
Crap! Facts don't support that argument.
What a hanger!
It's delusional to promote it as Australia's biggest sport.
Look at the boys! They're into it!
Rugby League clapping back against the critics with some cold hard stats. Its annual report revealing the NRL amassed almost 187 million TV viewers compared to the AFL's 149 million. Proof, it says, it's now the most watched sports code in the country.
Everybody watches around the world. AFL is just in Australia.
No way. AFL the most popular sport. Just have a look at the attendance at the MCG every weekend.
The AFL is dropping stats of its own, saying 400 million hours of Aussie rules games were watched last year, 40% more than the next closest sport, and 1 in 20 Aussies is a paying member of a club.
We measure ourselves on traditional metrics like people turning up to games, people watching, how long they watch for, how many people play. We just call them traditional metrics.
What's the traditional metrics, the ones that you make up?
Oh my goodness!
NRL boss Peter V'landys hitting back, turning the Code War into a class war.
The AFL have always looked down their nose at rugby league. They treat us as second-class citizens. It's obvious we've got them rattled.
Oh, out it comes on a seek and destroy mission!
There's a touch of arrogance there, yeah, definitely.
V'landys even accusing the AFL of copying rugby league's ideas.
We have a thing called Magic Round. All of a sudden, there's a gather round. I read in the paper this week they've got this new investment policy. It's the NRL's investment policy.
What a rugby league team!
So in the clash of the codes, who comes out on top?
Here in Melbourne, Aussie rules.
NRL, man, like, you can't go past it.
Let's settle this debate once and for all, shall we? Here to do it, NRL legend Benny Elias and Triple M host and AFL legend Spida Everitt.
Yeah, absolutely. About time.
Right, about time. Good to have you both here. Let's do this, Benny. 20 seconds I'm going to give you. Give us your best shot. Why is the NRL the biggest Aussie sport?
Oh, look, the great thing about sport is the scoreboard, and without a doubt, the viewers that watch rugby league absolutely smash the AFL by 38 million people a year. Last year, 2024, there were 38 million people watching more than they watch the AFL. Also, state of origin, my goodness gracious me.
Time's up, Benny. That was 20
Fantastic.
Spida, your 20 seconds. Go.
Oh, I've got half an hour to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's very, very simple. The AFL, where else can you have 90,000 people? You have the specky, you have the mark, you have the tackle, you go back into a pack. And you know what? That's what I love about AFL is the fact that we get 90,000 people at a game. That's why we don't have the TV audience, because we have people that actually turn up and to the games. We have over 1 million members.
All right, time's up.
Okay, the NRL just can't compete.
No, see, this is why we had to keep them in separate boxes,
different
so they wouldn't
states.
come to blows. Hey, Spida, what about these claims from Peter V'landys that the AFL looks down its nose at the NRL? What do you think of that? Do you do that?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's not being arrogant. That is just, no, this is just the truth, because we are the OG. We are as Australian, as a meat pie, as a kangaroo, as Holden cars. They come into the system 50 years later. We're called Australian rules football because we are Australia's national code. OK, if we haven't got the viewers, but I'll tell you what, we've got the participants, and that's male and female. So, you know what, Peter V'landys, unfortunately, yeah, we do steal some of your ideas, but you know what? When we do, we make them better.
Hey, Benny, you got to punch back here. I mean, is the AFL just soft?
Thanks, Sarah. 100%. Are you joking? You got V'landys versus Dylan. Are you kidding? Knockout punch first round. I mean, what we've done now, we've introduced the magic round. All of a sudden, a couple of years later, the AFL have done something brilliant. called
Thank you
the
for that.
gather round. Oh my goodness. What they're doing, they're gathering dust. That's all they're doing on those. There's nothing. You've got to be joking. These people, they want to. Oh, the international game. Oh, that's right. You guys don't play overseas, do you? We haven't got an international.
Oh, hang on.
And that's right.
Isn't
This
your
is the
game
sport.
actually an international
Hang on, this
game?
is the sport. This is the sport that you get a point for missing a goal. Oh, come on. This is the sport that fumbles the ball left, right and centre, spills over everything, and they kick a ball through and they run around like clowns. Like, serious.
All right, let's jump in, Alex. Jump in.
Okay, just the
Stats
NRL.
here.
Yep.
All right, the AFL stats say they come out on top with Aussies watching for 400 million hours last year.
Oh.
Benny Elias. Why do you reckon that might be?
Oh, my God. It stops every 2 minutes. Stop and start, stop and start.
Hang on.
Our games go.
Your whole game. Your whole game's this. No, please stop it there. I'll tell you, we can stop this once and for all. I've got an idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've got an idea. Let's make it the Australian Survivor. AFL versus NRL.
Yes.
Let's put NRL and AFL in there and let's see who actually wins.
I love it. On 10 and 10 play.
Are you stealing that idea off Peter Volandis also? He brought that up a couple of
He wouldn't
weeks
have
ago.
come up with that. That is too good for Pete.
All right, fellas, look, Benny Elias, I will support you in anything that you say or do because I'm the biggest fan, but I do have to say this.
Yes.
Short shorts and no sleeves, it's pretty hard to fight with the AFL. Why can't we have both, fellas? Why can't we love you both?
All
we
clear.
did. Once upon a time, we did a commercial called Tina Turner. Do we remember that? Simply the best.
I remember that.
Yes.
I remember that.
And that's when it really did hit
Don't
its
start
heights.
bringing up pre-game.
Pre-game?
Go on, Spida.
Don't start bringing up pre-game entertainment because that's where you know we actually smash you, OK? AFL Grand Final clearly outrates the NRL.
All right, look, it's been a bit of a pissing contest here, and I think we all know which code would win that one. Let's end this on a nice note. I'd like you both to say something nice about the other one's code.
Yes.
Yeah, the full-time hooter.
I'll tell you honestly, the only thing we're jealous about the NRL is you do Vegas round very, very well. Vegas round is absolutely magnificent. We love it. The only thing about it is that you only probably get 20 people from the US there, but that's okay. We don't mind. It's good launch.
Now, we cannot mention the game, the NRLW, the Women's Rugby League is probably the fastest growing sport in the country, bar none. It is so exciting, and I've got to give the thumbs up to the girls out there. They're doing a great job, and that's making the game prouder and prouder every week.
Well, it's been wonderful to have this, I think, insightful debate between both of you. Thank you very much for your time. I'm pretty confident we know who won.
Thank you very much. As they say, all clear.